Rock 105 TAO, we are on the local lounge today with a special guest. We have Alan from Gray's Divide. Alan, welcome to the show.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. Tell me a little bit about Gray's Divide. Well, first let's start out with the band members, their names, and kind of their roles in the band, if you will.
For sure. As you mentioned earlier, my name is Alan. I am the vocalist. Our bass player is Tim Carter. Guitar player is Lance Whitney. And our drummer is Adam Leidy.
Okay. And where are you based out of?
We are collectively out of Central Illinois is essentially where we base the band out of. I'm from Effingham. My drummer's from Effingham, but the bass player is from Mattoon, and then Lance, our guitarist, is from the Bethany area. So we just kind of congregate every weekend and, try to do our thing. So Central Illinois is where we base it out of.
This is kind of random, and I know, whenever people refer to Illinois, they think, oh, Chicago. And so Southern Illinois, we're down here hey, we're here too. Does Central Illinois kind of feel like that? Hey, we're here too.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. It's just a big blob of nothingness, essentially. So,
gotcha.
Yeah, same thing.
You started back in, I think, 2013 was what your Facebook page said?
Correct.
Give or take, 2013. How did that come about? How did you decide, hey, we're all going to make music together?
Well, 2013, I am not the original vocalist.
Okay.
However, there is granted, it's a small metal scene here in Central Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tight-knit metal scene, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I was previously in a band with Adam and Tim, a band called Buried in Black, and we had disbanded, and I was burnt out isn't really the term for it. I kind of wanted to step away from music for a minute and kind of do other things. They decided to, keep going, and they enlisted another vocalist and a new guitarist, and they kept jamming. And then I guess things just didn't really work out with them, Things change and people's goals change, et cetera. And the vocalist quit. And then this was in 2015 when I got the call. They were, looking to put someone else in front of the microphone. And at that point, I had kind of, had a chance to catch my breath and all that. And I'm like, you know what? I haven't screamed into a microphone in a while. Yeah, let's do this. So I jumped on board in 2015. So,
okay.
And that's where I came in.
Speaking of the screaming into the microphone, as you just called it, how does that affect your voice? Obviously, I can't sing / scream like that. How do you prepare? Yeah. Do you have to take breaks from that? How does that affect you?
Early on, I've been doing that since my high school senior year, I want to say, or maybe a little before that. And I used to do it very just incorrectly, and I would not be able to talk for 3 days and all that. But before shows and before practice, I like to do some light warm-ups and, drink a lot of water and stuff like that. There's definitely a technique. I'm not very articulate in explaining the technique.
Right.
But
it's not just screaming into the microphone like some people would think.
Correct.
Oh, they're just screaming.
It might sound easy, but no, it's not. It's not just hollering into the mic. Yeah, you gotta. I don't know if I summon some demons or what it is, but I make it work.
There you go. What inspires you personally the most when it comes to music or making music?
Sure. Life in general, to me, is an inspiration. Just walking down the street, hearing things that you either like or don't like, seeing things that make you angry or seeing things that make you happy. The world, and it might sound like a cop-out, but it's not. Just life inspires me. You know what I mean? So,
okay.
From a lyrical standpoint, and just from music in general, I've always kind of gravitated towards that from a very, very young age, and I don't even know what kind of attributes to that in an individual. Like some people, they go towards sports or cars or whatever it may be, you know what I mean? Everyone kind of develops their thing along the line, and I just had a passion for music from a very, very young age, and I was like, and people kind of throughout life were like, oh, that's just a phase, blah, 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 and here I am, 34 years old, and I love it as much as I did when I was, 10 years old.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. Love that. So tonight we're going to be playing you guys for the first time here on TAO. Again, so
Great.
Excited to have you here.
Absolutely.
We're going to be playing Faceless Savior. Can you tell me a little bit about the song, what it means to you?
Yeah. Faceless Savior, lyrically, it's about finding kind of the ultimate self-empowerment and just kind of taking care of things yourself, not relying on others, whether it be you relying on religion or another individual. Like, ultimately in life, I feel like it is up to you to make any change that you need to make or want to make. You can't really rely on anyone else or anything else. I mean, things may help you along, but I feel like you have to find that strength and that motivation within yourself to rise above obstacles. And
Where can people access your music? How can they find you on the interwebs? All that good stuff.
Sure. We are pretty much, you can find our music on any major streaming platform, whether you're a Spotify person, iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, Apple Music. I think we're on iHeartRadio now. And social media-wise, we're pretty active on Facebook and Instagram. We don't really do much tweeting at the moment, but we might get around to that. But,
yeah.
Yep. And everything is at Gray's Divide. So.
Okay.
Let me spell that out, because there are a few different ways people like to
That's
spell
right.
Gray. So,
good point.
It's at GRAYS Divide. So.
All right. Is there anything else that you would like to add for our listeners to know about you or your group? Or
Man, once this COVID-19 stuff goes to the wayside, we definitely plan on getting the CD or the album recorded, as I said. And then we like to hit the road as hard as we can for four dudes who work, 40-plus hours a week and all that. So we hope to be doing a ton of shows. We play pretty regularly all throughout Illinois, and we have like a little bubble we infiltrate on the regular. We go as far as Kansas City and Chicago, Fort Wayne, Indiana, and down to like Louisville and Nashville, and everywhere in between. So, we'll hopefully be stopping in your town soon, wherever you may be, and keep up with us on our social media and all that. And real quick, I want to thank our sponsors, Dirtbag Clothing, Pig Hog Cables, Saluda Cymbals, and Coffin Case for their support as well. And thank you, Stella, for having me.